if there's, I could say more, but I'm thinking I'm over my time limit, so
That's fabulous.
I think maybe I should maybe sign off. And I'm willing to answer questions if I can answer them, and you're welcome to look over the board again. And if you are interested, I wrote this book in 2015 with the help of my other daughter Charlene, and it was 25 years since the previous Streetcar book was written, so it was time another one came out. So, and we have one picture here of the first streetcar in Charleswood in 1909, and the last streetcar in Charleswood left on the 16th of September 1935. So I believe that's 87 years ago next weekend, the last streetcar ran in Charleswood.
Excellent.
Was there a story about the Main Street line? There was a story about a chicken. About chickens on the streetcar.
Oh yeah.
Is that yours?
Yeah, that was mine. I didn't tell that tonight because I thought I'd maybe talked enough, but that was a thing that happened at the west side of Main Street at Dufferin or Euclid. In the summertime and fall, they used to have a farmer's market, and you could buy corn and potatoes and beans and stuff like that, and tomatoes and apples and things like that. And there's people that bake bread and buns and butter and cream, and people that sold hens and chickens, and in the fall they sold ducks and geese. And so anyway, this one time I was driving, it was a Saturday morning, and I was driving this North Main streetcar going north, and I got up there, and there was a lady just leaving the market, and she's waving like this, so I knew she wanted the car, so I stopped and waited, and she came on the car, and she had 2 live hens in a gunny sack, potato sack, over her shoulder, and she's getting on like this, and she gives me her fare, and she said, I need a transfer, so I gave her a transfer, and she went and plopped down on one of the big side seats, or cross seats, about 2/3 of the way down. And when she got there, the people in front of her and the people behind, they got up and moved somewhere else because they didn't want these hands squawking in their ears all the time. So then she sat there for 3 or 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden, there was a lady about 3 seats up on the other side, and she was very nicely dressed. She had a nice summer dress on. She had a hard-brimmed straw hat with a band on it and a feather in it. You know, you could tell she was going somewhere. And all of a sudden, this woman gave a shriek, and here the 2 hens had clawed their way out of the bag, and they were running down the aisle towards the front of the car. And when she shrieked, they took off, and they flew about seat high. I mean, I lived on a farm for 20-some years, so domestic hens could only fly about this high, and they can't fly that far. So anyway, they flew to the front of the car, and luckily all the windows were closed, and they turned around and they flew to the back end of the car, and then they managed to fly to the front of the car, and the hens were just exhausted by this time. So then, and the woman's after them, of course, running back and forth as well. And so finally, and then this one hen, it took a final run and started back, and it got about 6 rows down, and it saw this lady with a straw hat, and it thought it was a nest. And so it plopped on the top of the woman's straw hat and pushed the brim down over her ears. And of course, the woman behind it, that hen will only be there for a second, I gotta get it. And she pushes the brim down further, you know, when she pushes the hen down, she grabbed the hen. So that was okay, I guess, but and then the hen was so excited that it left a little memento on her. And so anyway, then she grabbed the hen, and it was upside down. She grabbed it by the leg. She didn't have a bag to put it in any longer. So then there's still the other hen. So 2 men had taken pity on her, and they squeezed the other hen up against the window of the bus at the back, or the streetcar. And so they went back, and she got the other. So there she's walking back with a hen upside down in each hand, you know, back to her seat again. And so they sat down, and I'm on off at Mountain, she says. I said, okay, it was only 6 or 7 blocks. And the woman that had this happen to her, she buzzed in the buzzer and she got off at the next stop. I felt sorry for her because she was obviously going somewhere that day. The rest of them were just dressed ordinary clothes. They were just out for just a ride. And so anyway, when we got to Mountain, I said, Mountain, and so she came up and had hands like this, and she said, give me a transfer. Well, I'd given her a transfer before, but I mean, with all her troubles, I didn't say, well, you had it. I said, okay, and I tore off another one. And she says, well, hold it up higher, she is. So I held it up, and she grabbed it in her teeth, and then she waddled off with the two hands, and she crossed the street, and she was waiting for a little mountain bus. Well, they were just little puddle jumpers. Their ceiling was only about this high, and they could only hold about 25 people. They were probably about 1930 or so. They're old buses, and they'd only hold about 25 people. So they, when she got in there with all those people and the head squawking, I pitied them because they couldn't get away from the noise. So that was one day that was a little bit different than the other.
Adventure.
We have a question.
That's a horse car. That car itself was in Calgary. It was built in Calgary in the 1970s. That's exactly how it looked like.
Yeah.
And the horse was pulled. But here, yeah.
Someone has a question. Someone had a question. Someone had this question. It's for the streetcar. The man in the streetcar t-shirt has a question.
Was there a question at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just has a question.
I don't know, but next weekend, the railways have railway days, on the 17th, the 16th and 17th, I guess, so Saturday and Sunday, and anybody's welcome to go up to the second floor in the VIA station.
They can't hear you. You use the microphone? They can't hear you. You have to use the microphone.
Sorry.
You're mentioning railway days? That's good. You getting ready with the book then?
I just wanted to mention that next weekend, the 16th and 17th, the railway station, Via Rail, is having railway days, and we have our streetcar upstairs in the second floor, 356. It's right there with the one with the tickets at the side of it there, and then above it, me standing with another operator there. That's right in the station there, and you're welcome to come and look at it and see it. We'll take you down and look at it. I should be there for some of the hours, maybe hopefully from 11 till 3 or somewhere like that time, but they're there from 10 till 4. I mean, the streetcar's there forever. I mean, the people that are looking after it are there from 11 till 4, and we can give you a bit of history, and if I'm there, I'll have all these things with me, so if you didn't see it this time, you can see it again.